Gamers, we're back. Been a little up and down in the Bazaar lately, but the only constant is Zor Acid. And me saying it wrong, and you getting offended on behalf of the fish. I'm okay with keeping that going. If you're okay with that dynamic, I'm okay with that dynamic, as long as we get some 10 pieces out of it. How about an enchanted item? Shielded Zorsid is not what we want to see. Or sorry, shielded pop snappers. Everything is Zorsid, man. This is kind of a whiff, I think. Cannonball might be useful, but is a pretty good transformation target at the very least. I was hoping to get some... I mean, this is kind of disgusting. I was hoping to get some burn items out of this. With that not happening, let me take a peek. You're not aquatic. I really want to buy the Cove is the thing. I don't think we can. I think you just got to embrace that we have like one of the strangest looking builds to start with here. I don't know, brother. I don't think we're in a horrible position against the AI. It's just going to be annoying to have to wait like, you know, a minute and a half for the AI to die, but like we'd stand no chance of losing. Really, like, I feel like we live and die with the fiery transformation. I bet our build is probably going to suck for a couple days. When you don't get that early game momentum... Sorry, we accidentally clicked on a different scene here, and now my OBS is constantly sending my transition screen to the... Unk forgot how to stream, man. What's he doing here? I'm not even streaming, I'm recording for YouTube. It's like a totally different thing. Anyway, we win. I don't even know what we want. Probably just pelt, so we have some more flexibility. Fang is not bad. At least it charges fast. We could find something to do with that. We have no toys, right? Kind of need items. Well, okay, this is interesting, right? Because now you could cut these. I'm not even sure if this makes us any better off, but we can at least stack some extra burn. We have a synergy that might even be worse than what we were rocking before, but it is a synergy. I would go small non-weapon item. That's like the type of thing that I was looking for, to be honest. You might be mad. And you might be right to be mad, but dude, we got the Zorsid build. We got it. We got 3 burn items already and a fiery enchantment.
My fight isn't with you.
The dream is you transform your fiery cannonball into a fiery Zorsid, and then all of a sudden, Bob's your uncle, you know? Any chance this stacks enough burn? That freeze is gonna be a problem for us. I think we lose, and we lose very slowly. A very slow loss. Fiery seaweed. Icy seaweed. I can't talk today, man. Icy seaweed, that's some good stuff. I can't be mad at a fellow Vanessa player for getting the icy enchantment. They're rare. And it's day 1. I mean, we could have lost to somebody who had, like, nothing. At least we lost to somebody who we can be like, that's not fair! So we get, like, some plausible... We get a little shielding as a result. How about Mandala? How about Mandala? No Mandala. Pop Snappers is a toy, so let's be sensible here. Let's be strategic. Take your XP, a chance to get to level 3. Burn skills might be nice. Okay, that's a good one. You'd probably small non-weapon item. We really want you guys adjacent just because you get the extra ammo, and then it probably doesn't matter that much right now, I guess. We don't have a lot of money, so give me the free item. Pretty bad, to be honest with you. I mean... there's a part of me that thinks it might be impossible to get this kill with this board. But I think I'm probably underestimating the cumulative effects of this much burn. But I'd really like to see that damage get pumped up as early as possible. It's doing work. It's gonna get there. It's actually not even gonna be that close. And then a hasted lighter would help us keep the burn high. But you know what we're looking for. Now we got enough money to probably go to shops and feel pretty good about it. Save that for a minute. Okay, weapon shop, man. A small aquatic could be good too, but the weapon shop with the reroll is great Zor acid potential.
Use it well.
Or as you call it, Zorcid. Yeah, I mean it's on site. It's on fleek, bro. You're done. You're never coming back. You're honestly never making the board. You're probably never making the board. I want to make sure I'm selling.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
Like that. You get so much less burn as a result of that. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, I want the lighter to have some extra burn, and I want to make sure we're selling sharpening stone into Zorcid. 5 gold. I think we got to take the free item. It's kind of coward mode, but I think it's the right idea. Snazzy Jazz also lost day 1. We now have a chance to actually do enough damage to get a kill. Even, I mean, 470 health is kind of a lot right now. They don't do a lot of damage. They do a lot of slowing. I'll tell you what, I'll let you live if you give me your burn skill. It's not really how this game works, but you're not really in a position to not be taking that deal right now is all I'm trying to say, okay? I still think it would be for the best to transform this. Just because, like, it's not giving extra burn triggers, it's just giving extra burn value. And more triggers is better for us because it gives us more charge on Zorcid. Now, we're kind of trying to high roll it, but you usually get multiple opportunities at it, so let's transform it. I feel like Fiery Honing Steel is pretty not good. Pretty not good. I'm gonna take you up on this offer for 1 extra burn to save some cash here. It being like semi-permanently hasted is somewhat appealing. I don't know about Hoover Bike Hooligan, man. That seems a little tough. Tempest Flame Dancer, at least. I mean, like a Flaming Cutlass might fit the bill. I don't know. Or Cinders would fit the bill. I just hate to take the low option for XP. Now, I know what you're going to say as well. NL, you're running the same build over and over. Yeah. I'd like to acknowledge your criticism without immediately defaulting to the knee-jerk reaction to dispute it or defend myself. Horrible skill. Not completely worthless, but so close to completely worthless that it offends me that it exists. You can go 5 seconds, 4 seconds. We probably just want to reload Powder Flask. Or sorry, reload Cannon. It'd be nice if we could reload Powder Flask, I guess. Weapons do more damage. Interesting. Weapons gain damage when you use a tool. Charge this a second. We're not really cut out for the hydraulic squeeze, I think. Now, another fight so we could level up would really be sick here. You're good too, though. I gotta take a chance. Oh, I thought it was your heal items get better, and I was about to crash out. It was about to really happen. I think well, we don't use enough aquatic. Honestly, as irrelevant as, like, 3 seconds of slow might be, I feel like I gotta give it a chance.
Not to squabble with nobody.
You ever notice Vanessa's wearing Vanessa's amulet? It's a nice touch. Weapon spam kind of dangerous here. Slow grenade is mighty helpful. They do have a super haste skill though. That's gonna hurt. I told you. I literally, if you watch my eyes, I averted them from the top of the screen because I got so scared when our HP got so low. I was just like, we'll figure out what's gonna happen here. I'll take win 2 in a level. And then upgrading a bronze. It's gonna be this, because at some point, like, you're not good, but you're not that bad. You're sticking around and you're gonna become a great transformation target. You may I don't know about you. You may temporarily transform into something worse. That's for sure. I gotta see maybe if we can get some light upgrades here. Well, to be honest, cutting you and running you is okay.
Take a few more clips.
It is sort of tempting to run a port. Not on the board, probably, but like to get like more pop snappers, really. But I think it's just not a good financial setup for us right now. We're not in that kind of position. I think we could beat a Hexa, but we're taking our life into our own hands.
How can I replace you today?
Churlish. It's a churlish message. Loving the reloads, though. You've taken my Zorcid out of the game. That stings. We still got you, but we were... You inverted the calculus on us. Let's put it that way. It's kind of free, though. Okay, virus we already know. We read it last time. I don't think they've changed it since 35 minutes ago. Yeti Crab, you're built for the poison, man. And we're not a poisoner. We're not a poisoner. That was like a beautiful poison shop. We're just not built for that lifestyle anymore. We are built for the small items lifestyle. Haste and slow is something that we find very irrelevant. We're not going to be rocking one weapon. Weapon spam is pretty tempting. You just don't deal enough damage. So like you're an upgrade, even if you're not synergistic. And I'll be the first to acknowledge. I'll actually probably be like the 1500th to acknowledge. I could do better about looking at the board. I'm going to take this, even though there's a lot going on. Let me put it that way. Do we want Pop Snap? We probably want Grenade to get more. Because damage is more important than burn right now, but that could change. I could do better about finding items that are not the optimum synergy with what we're presently rocking, but would be better at replacing one of our utility items. Normally, I go into the shop and I'm like, that's not exactly what I'm looking for, I'm out. Like, I'm like the broker sort of sharks in Shark Tank, if you get what I'm saying. But this grenade ended up being like a pretty valuable addition to the squad. And now we're 3-1 after 4 days. And to be honest with you, we've got a decent amount of money. Our build has lots of obvious room for improvement. These are not bad situations, man. Now, Mandala, one day you're going to become the GOAT. I don't think you're there yet, but one day you're going to become the GOAT. This is interesting, man. I don't know how to feel about this. I think maybe now we like this. Lots of burn synergy. You should then go over here so that you get the buff. You're going to have a high crit chance. You're also going to get reloaded. It's like a weapon spam, but also burn charge build. It is a little bit more unwieldy than what I'm used to. And Scoivel, I just think, like, we do damage quickly, but maybe not quickly enough to feel comfortable fighting him. My ultimate goal is, like, it would be really sick to just, like, recreate the exact run we had last time. I don't know. I don't know how realistic it is. I almost feel like you might be able to stick, man. I don't know. Cooldown reduction of 5% is kind of like a slap in the face. I don't think we should stress that too much.
I can sell you these bubbles.
I can break these cuffs. That's what you sound like. The extra haste is somewhat nice. Tortuga's not really what we're built for these days, man. No. That was a bit of a wasted reroll. Tortuga's not... It's a friend-focused build, and we're not a friend-focused gamer right now. We're operating on a different principle. When you use another ammo item, reload, just your raw damage is so pitiful. Probably should reload the grenade instead, to be honest. Your raw damage is so pitiful. But you know what? Clamora's not doing anything. Let's get some weapon spam out there. You're a 4-second cooldown. You could cause crit to charge faster. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. We're like halfway between weapon spam and burn. Cinders, my lord? Cinders? Cooldown reduction. Almost feel like I think we're probably in a tight spot here because they haven't lost one. I'm not going to burn that cooldown reduction yet. If we get something like a barrel, which is sort of our end game here, that's where we would be more appropriate to apply it. And if we don't get it, then that's, I mean, that's pretty bad, but... Illusory is going to tick me off, I can tell you. Unless I'm already dead by the time it goes off for the first time. It's just like the most irritating part of fighting Dooley. You get like that 5 seconds of sweet silence at the start, and then... That's that. You hear that, Miss Vanessa-son? That is the sound of your death.
If you find it in the sea, that means it's treasure.
The Matrix. It's really tough. Fine. It's really tough not to put a water wheel in here. At least to just have it, because it enables a big pivot.
Probably.
A big pivot to what? I don't know. That's like a very... We were probably going to beat the NPC anyway, so it's a bit of a wasted node, but with 0 money, I mean... You got to make your choice, man. I still think our build is really good. It's just, at some point, we have to choose what it does. I guess what I'm having trouble coming to terms with is the fact that I actually think, like, it's not a burn build. Even though it has all the trappings of a burn build, it's a weapon spam build. Or a haste generation build. But we don't quite have the... We need like one item. Sure, I'll take it, man. We need one item to show up to kind of guide our hands for what we're really looking for in the long term. Because now I'm in this position. Are we going to upgrade a silver item? We could get the throwing knives going real quick, man. They just don't do very much damage. Or we could get Ramrod going. Or the right play, perhaps, is you get Water Wheel going. And then like something that does well with haste. Which we don't have yet. But, for right now, here's the thing. Maybe at some point, we'll transform this item. So the upgrade is good enough. Poise from any hero. I have a hard time believing in that right now. I'm 50-50 on our chances here. Pig, even with 1 win, I wouldn't get confident against Pig, man, because sometimes they semi-deliberately tank the first few days, and then on like day 4 through 10, they just get so much HP that they're impossible to kill. That being said, why does this Pig have so little HP? I'm Vanessa. I have more HP than you? That doesn't seem right. Something's good. They're playing on an antiquated version of the game. That's not your fault. Something went wrong there. I don't know if you're running on deprecated code, but something's not right there. That being said, we take those any day of the week. Any day of the week. I'm not going to transform yet. I think you're doing well enough. We can't really rock Curio, I think, here. It's a save round. We might actually lose against Thug. I don't know, we're a semi-charge build. I'm trying to think of what would even be like the big play here. Bonk is the one you always want, but short of Bonk. Sounds like a noble from the Middle Ages. Short of Bonk? Either way, I don't... Whatever, dude. I'm tired of talking. Just give me something. Yeah, okay, that's... We didn't have to concern ourselves with it too much. We take those. But some golden skills. Bloodhound can be kind of crazy, for sure. Charge your items 3 seconds when the enemy falls below half health. We're not really an aquatic build. But a reloading elemental depth charge. It's like certainly... If you cut this and this, we would have 2 aquatic... Its multicast would be so heinously awful But can you rework the entire build to make it work? You put out a water wheel next to a Zorsid, elemental depth charge next to the Zorsid as well. I think it has a better long-term chance of success, even if it slows us down temporarily. So we buy it and then we figure out how we rework the build. You no longer need Grape Shot. You would no longer need Grenade. You don't necessarily need your burners. You do want Ramrod. So you probably keep like throwing knives. You put depth charge out here. Then you want to stack up aquatics. You need to be adjacent to Zorsid or lighter. Probably you want to be adjacent to this and this. But then we're not reloading. Okay, hang on. There's a way to tease this apart. We're not quite there. You're aquatic. It might be worth just having you in the bag for a second. Just so we could get one more multicast on you. Okay, fair enough. You're these 4 aquatic items or toys. We probably need more burning aquatics, if I had to guess. So you become a transformation target again. This is a huge pivot. Straight up, diamond item, man. We're taking a risk on it. Okay. I mean, it's not so bad, I guess, 20 damage, but we got to figure out how to make this tick. So we need, from base principles, we want you to have as many multicasts as possible, which means this is going to come out. We want multicasts to be adjacent to the thing that charges when it goes off. Vice versa. We want the thing that charges when you use an adjacent to be next to the multicaster. We want you to haste you. Well, you can't be adjacent to this and this. So more than anything else, we probably want you to be adjacent here. And then you can put out one other item. In my opinion, the other... You could put this out here, but what's going to crit, man? Nothing's going to crit. So I think you put this out here just because of the fact... Sure, man. Because of the fact that it'll charge this faster, but then I'm not adjacent to you. We don't need you to be hasted. We'd rather have you... The Clamor is just there to get a multicast. Median Voter is a crazy name, man.
We're out to dethrone a king.
This may temporarily be 100 times worse than the build we were running previously. But just give it a second, okay? See a lot of gold poisoners. No doubt about that. Takes a while to get the run off the ground here. Takes way too long to get the run off the ground. But then once it starts going off... Guys, we've ruined our lives. It wasn't even close. That's going to be tough. That's going to be hard for us to get our way out of. Pace, okay, that's pretty slick. You are not good enough to be on the squad right now. Did I sell? I didn't sell everything else, so that's nice. So let's just pretend that what just happened didn't happen. And just go right back to Old Faithful. You don't need the double haste here. If anything, you should haste here. Yeah, you going faster. Well, that was a fun little experiment. You are another aquatic, to be fair, but the shielding that you give is very minor. We have burn. We have burn. That's what we have. We have burn. Now, to be on day 8 with your board not even full is pretty... I think it's fair to describe that as bearish. What used to be there was our grenade. When you slow charge an item 1 second is crazy. Because now I'm like, dude, we'll just get eel and water wheel out there, and then all of a sudden... No, what you need And it's probably too late for it to operate at like close to peak efficiency. What we need is powder keg, which is what we always need when we're running a burn build, especially with ammo. There is a chance, I guess, if we were to get pufferfish, we could try to make water wheel work on like a haste build. Thank you for not tempting me into doing that. Now I recognize you also work similarly, but silver tier ammo. I'm gonna go silver tier loot, man. Let's keep it simple. That's a big one, or it's helpful at least. And then something like that. I'm gonna choose to try to make you something more run defining. What do you gain? You gain 10 damage. You gain 1 burn every time. Okay, man. I mean, you're a burner. And we could give a lot of haste. I feel like I gotta try, man. I gotta try. I'm sorry. I have to try. So how would this look? I know it's like, oh, no, 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 no. First, maybe let's get a small burner and just see what you're looking like. It's another, just an upgraded lighter. Danny merchant. Lots of merchants lately. You're a burner. We would need you. We would want you to be adjacent to both of these fellas. We would definitely want essentially a permanently hasted lighter. Say it. Say it. It's trash. It's trash, man. It doesn't get the job done fast enough. You scale, but you gain so little burn. What the hell? You give more. You don't need to be here. 3.85 seconds. Is your damage relevant or just your... Because I could like... I could rock that instead. Oh my god, it looks so bad. I don't know.
I may be young for a captain, but I've
Give me a barrel! I don't think... I think I'm basically just trying to fit the water wheel in square peg round hole style. Are you a regen build? You're kind of a regen build. You're a big poisoner and a decent regen build. It's going to be hard for us to get up and over you, man. Like, as you can see, we're scaling our pirate friend quite nicely. And he's getting up. You know what? Hang on, fellas. I might have been a little hasty here. He's actually getting pretty nasty with it. Everything's perma-hasted. It would be nice to have more burn items that don't require the ramrod. That's for sure. I also think we struggle a lot against really fast builds because we build slowly. That should be self-explanatory, I suppose. Yeah, you're not what we want to see. But what'd you expect? Lobster? Medium items. Like a volcanic vents would go crazy. So I think this is an acceptable play. A friend gains multicast. Obviously, there's something to that, but you'd have to give up too much for it right now.
It's been nice talking to you.
I have a hard time believing we could make a sniper build work here. We're in the weeds, man. There's no doubt about that. We're in the weeds. Waters of Infinity might be kind of crazy. I'll admit the haste engine is kind of nutty. The only thing is we have no survivability beyond 10 flat regen. Takes a long time for us to get up to speed. But this enchantment could change everything, man. Like fiery water wheel would change everything. Poison? I can't do poison, I'm sorry. I think it has to be... It either has to be a charge on Zoracid or a charge on water wheel. I'm gonna go with Zoracid because it goes faster. Not great. Now, at least it's some defense, but it's a relatively meager amount. But... hook me up here, brother. I don't even know what we're looking for, to be honest. You're a big haster. And we could keep reloading you. Multicast adjacent to ammo. Is it worth cutting a burn which gives us 2 seconds of charge in order to run dive weights, which will give us 4 haste. I think you at least have to entertain the thought. The risk is that the whole run hinges on the Zorsids going fast. You're sadly just not good enough. We don't have any slow engine. Well, I know my method at least. Dude, we're at 5 wins. It's kind of crazy to me that I'm like feeling the burn on this one. Not to like genuinely, no pun intended. But I'm looking at this run like we're doing disastrously. And to be fair, it could be disastrous. Maybe we could be fighting for, you know, win 9 instead of win 6. But we're actually, the results are okay. I have no idea what their build does, to be honest with you. That doesn't mean it can't rinse me, to be fair. I just don't know what it does. It slows the heck out of my build, I'll give you that. That one hurt. You got me, but we were kind of in there. If I may say, I feel like the dive weights might not be the play. Really what I want to see is like a lighter, but... Okay, 1 prestige enchantment. Burn enchantment, please. Burn enchantment. Heal enchantment. That's not going to happen.
Your things are so dull. Let me brighten them.
It looks like we're sticking with water wheel, brother, so let's see.
Find a home in any object.
I will not fail you, Father.
Volcanic vents?
No, sir. I want what's right.
You're a slow buff. We don't... Your Arbalest could have been interesting, to be fair.
You might try
I just need volcanic vents, man. Help me out here.
whole kingdom.
Skills unique to Vanessa, please. It's too late for an extrable. We are very aquatic, though. The 20% reduction seems pretty good. Improve your ammo items. What do you think, guys? I mean, enchanted dive weights is probably... Like, we gotta take us... Okay, so it clears pop snappers. Realistically, I don't think we can beat Arkin. We fight this guy. We hope, actually, for foreboding wins, because we have such god-awful crit chance. This actually could be... I don't think it's like... It doesn't take us from mediocre to amazing, but it takes us from mediocre to good, which is a pretty big... I mean, we're on day 10 here. To move your whole build with just one node like that and one enchantment is pretty considerable, I think. Okay, we'd love to see like an XP potion here. We did get a gold XP potion. It's gotta be that. We should level then. We're not going to transform. So it's our last shop to fish, man. We're not built for sea dog salmon. We're not built for any of this, but we are going to get to level one more time. It'd be nice to live for one more day, don't you think? That's a really good get, man. I don't think it really matters what you put it on. It's a spicy one. Like, your burn is not really super relevant. Might as well put it on the multicaster. We got a lot of great stuff, man. We got 20% reduction in aquatic cooldowns. We got the perfect enchantment on dive weights, which is already a really good item. It's our own fault that the run is kind of mediocre, to be fair. When you crit, double this item's damage. That's spooky. And then our best weapon has been locked. We're done. We're done. You know what? This was like less successful than our last run, but it was more of a puzzle. I appreciate that. It was more of a puzzle. So we've had the good, the bad, and the ugly today. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later!